Let's talk about Kashin Koji because there's a lot going on within the community and a lot that happened in the chapter, the latest chapter, chapter 39 of Boruto, that reveals a lot about Kashin Koji. It also reveals a lot of the suspicions that we've been having, that a lot of the people in the Naruto community have been having about Kashin Koji, right? So let's talk about that for a second. So Kashin Koji is a spy. That has been confirmed by Kara because he spies for Kara, and he is also a citizen of the Hidden Leaf Village, or at least he was. And the fact that he can enter the Hidden Leaf Village without being detected confirms this. Now, he says that the Hidden Leaf Village is a fated village. Now, we don't know what that means, but we do know that he has a connection to the Hidden Leaf Village, right? So, right now, according to Jigen, he will grant wishes for all the Kara members because they obviously joined the group for a certain reason. So far we know that he has promised Amado something, and then Amado actually looks at Delta. So there are conspiracies about Delta being related to Amado in some kind of way, and that actually ties into the first mystery I want to discuss about Kashin Koji. So obviously people are saying that Kashin Koji might be Jiraiya, right? Now the reason why I think that could possibly not be true is because obviously Jiraiya's body was crushed by water to the point where a Kabuto who is capable of Sage Mode wasn't even able to get that, right? But if you really think about it, if you look at Jigen and the amount of power that he has, he is beyond a normal human and beyond Sage Mode, so he could possibly go there and retrieve Jiraiya's body, right? Because he has space-time ninjutsu, so he can teleport Jiraiya's body and bring it back. The other thing that I want to talk about is the fact that I was actually discussing this with Boruto Hyuga in the DMs on Twitter, and he was basically saying how he possibly thinks that Delta is dead, and what we are seeing is a mechanized version of her. So possibly something like the Android saga in Dragon Ball Z, where they get a human and transform them into an android, right? Something very similar that he possibly thinks happened to Delta, and maybe Delta was dead and that happened to her body. So maybe Jigen has promised to possibly even find a vessel or bring Delta back to life in some kind of way, because he is an Otsutsuki, right? Well, hiding within Jigen's body. So because Ishiki Otsutsuki is an Otsutsuki hiding within Jigen's body, so who knows, maybe he had the Rinnegan, and that could explain why the Karma Seal allows Jigen to actually open space-time dimensions. So who knows, maybe he could use some version of the Rinne Tensei if the Karma Seal allows you to use Rinnegan abilities, because obviously it does allow you to use the abilities of the Otsutsuki that the Karma Seal comes from, right? So if he could use that, he could potentially revive Delta if that is the case. And if this whole thing about Delta is true, then that possibly means that it could be possible that Kashin Koji is Jiraiya. Not the Jiraiya that we know, but a revived version, a version of Jiraiya that has been created using scientific ninja tools. And maybe that is why his chakra is registered within Konoha, and that is why he's saying that he is fated with this village, is because possibly in his past life he was connected to the Hidden Leaf Village, right? So it could be that Kashin Koji is a artificial made Jiraiya. We only know that Kara has the technology to do so. There are lots of things that, you know, were not explained about Kara. Like, think about it, okay? If Jigen is granting everyone wishes, then anyone involved with Kara had something that they want, right? Think about Ao. When Ao, we thought that he died at point blank range of a, 10-tailed beast, Biju Dama. Apparently everyone died except Ao, and he survived. He was repaired by Kara, and I think that the reason, we don't even know why Ao was working for Kara in the first place. So maybe he also had a wish to be fulfilled. Maybe he wanted to be human again, right? And Kara does have the technology to do so. So maybe he just had to work a little bit in order to earn it before they actually granted his wish, but then he died before all of that happened. But the question is, what is Kashin Koji's wish? What wish did he use as an excuse to get into Kara, to spy on Jigen and potentially defeat Jigen? That is something I want you guys to discuss in the comment section down below. So let's talk about Kashin Koji actually having the potential to defeat Jigen. First of all, he did clarify that Naruto and Sasuke have nowhere near a chance to defeat Jigen. So clearly his ability assessing is better than Kawaki. Kawaki is still young. He didn't know the power of Jigen. He recently discovered what his Karma Seal can actually do. So Kashin Koji is a better analyst than Kawaki, and his information is more reliable because that is his job. He collects information. So right now I think that Kashin Koji, based on the stuff that we've seen, he knows the Rasengan, he knows how to summon toads, and all these are techniques that were introduced by Jiraiya himself. So possibly I think it wouldn't be a surprise if Kashin Koji could actually use Sage Mode, and I think that is his secret technique that he probably is hiding and will use against Jigen. So he says that it is worth him going back to the base to check to see if Jigen is there, and the fact that Jigen is almost at 0 chakra means that Kashin Koji has a better chance to take down Jigen right now, and I feel like we are going to see his full abilities. Maybe because of this reason, what happens is that Jigen gets defeated and quickly finds Kawaki defeated by Boro within the dimension where Naruto has been sealed, and then he takes over Kawaki's body. So maybe that is how everything happens, and Jigen basically gets Amado to basically restore Kawaki's arm so he can fully use the power of the Otsutsuki by taking over Kawaki's body. So that's basically it. Those are my thoughts about Kashin Koji and him being possibly able to defeat Jigen, and I want to know you guys' thoughts in the comment section down below. Now let me answer a few questions of my subscribers. So one person asks, so Madara and Obito became an Otsutsuki as well then? Well, yes, when they absorbed the Jubi, they gained Otsutsuki power, which came from Kaguya, because Kaguya basically was fused with the Jubi, and by absorbing the Jubi, he basically absorbed Kaguya Otsutsuki and all her Otsutsuki powers. So that's why they gained the horns and the skin and all the abilities of the Rinnegan. Someone says Infinite Tsukiyomi 2.0 is coming. I think you're referring to the video made by Naruto Explained / Kryptonian Saiyan. Yeah, I've watched that video and I actually think that it is a possibility. I mean, Kryptonian Saiyan or Naruto Explained does know what they're talking about, so it does make sense to me. I believe Kashin Koji is either Jiraiya or his son or a student of his. The fact that Sasuke and Boruto have gone back in the past and are interacting with the young Naruto and Jiraiya. The evidence also includes the fact that Kashin Koji summons frogs and has similar facial markings and seems to have a hidden agenda towards taking down Jigen. There is also a lot of emphasis placed on his character compared to the other Kara members. Just my thoughts. You know what? This video basically covers my thoughts on that. So basically this whole video can be a reply to your comments. Who do you think Kashin Koji really is? I don't know. I think he could be anybody, but what we do know is that he does own or he has mastered the techniques introduced by Jiraiya. Jiraiya is one of the options, but he does have a connection to Konoha as he is a civilian, so possibly he could be a fan of Naruto, and the fact that he is old means that he was around possibly when Jiraiya was around, right? Because he seems older than Naruto or Sasuke, so he could be anyone from Konoha. Are you from London? Yes, I am. I imagine the reason Boruto won't be able to use space-time jutsu is because he will need Kawaki in order to activate it. Now, I don't really think so. I think Kawaki using his Karma Seal just resonated with Boruto's, and that is why the portal opened. Either that or they didn't have enough chakra, so therefore the Karma Seals resonated with each other and created a portal using both their chakras. I think that is what happened, but Kawaki himself has opened a portal before, so therefore it does prove that either one of them can use the Karma Seal to open portals whenever they want by themselves. Final question says, I didn't know Sasuke's dominant arm was the one he's missing. That is a major handicap then. What you said about Sasuke using that prosthetic arm of Naruto's, that's a great idea. Would that mean that Sasuke would have some of Naruto's chakra? Well, technically, he is connected to Naruto, and Naruto is connected to the tail beast as well, right? And as long as they can communicate with him, they can send him chakra and their abilities. So yeah, technically, Kawaki should be able to use Naruto's chakra as long as he's connected to Naruto, and Sasuke should be able to do that as well if that is the case. So yeah, I don't think that's gonna happen though, because that's gonna be too convenient for Sasuke and everybody else to be able to use Naruto's abilities, so I don't think they're really going to include that. It's one of those situations where the writers add so much power and writing to a certain character to the point where they should be undefeatable. With that being said, that has been my little Q&A for this video. I hope you enjoyed it, and leave your comments in the comment section down below, because I will be making a video following and reading the comments of this video. So yeah, I have nothing more to say. Hope you enjoyed this video, and bye.